guys, we're going to continue on with the notes, talking more about comparing than ordering. There's a little bit more to comparing as far as understanding the signs, which you've learned like in second grade. Remember the alligator, and the alligator likes to eat the bigger number. So that's what we're going to work with. A couple of things that we need to define. There's some words. Oh, I told you I was going to help you with questions on the other one, and I didn't. I'm sorry. If you have time, I'll help you with that. If not, we'll do it in class. All right, so there are some terms that will help you identify. Oh, we don't need that one. That helps you identify whether it is greater than, less than, or more than. So here is our symbols. Our symbols. Okay, we've got this symbol, this symbol, this symbol. Oh, other way around. And this symbol, okay? So depending on where your alligator is, okay, so here's my fancy alligator, and he eats the bigger number. That's what you're going to do. These right here say that they're greater than, less than, or equal to. So you might have something where it's actually equal or above it. So let's say all of the sixth grade students are at least 11 years old. Okay, so if I have at least 11 years old, it's going to be bigger than 11, right? Because at least tells me that they have to be at least 11. So it's going to be, oops, sorry, yeah. It's going to be greater than or equal to 11. Sorry. Greater than, so whatever number we put here is going to be greater than or equal to 11. Some kids are 12, not really anybody who's 13, but it's possible. All right, so those are the symbols and what they mean. Here are some terms that'll help you define whether or not it is greater than or less than or equal to. All right, so we've got greater than. All right, and then the terms are also going to be greater than, less than, equal to. So one of the terms for greater than would be more than. And that just tells us it's greater, okay? There's no equal to on this because it's saying it's actually more than whatever number that we're using. At least. Like I said in the sixth grade comparison, the age of sixth grade. So at least is going to be greater than or equal to a number. And let's see, up to? No, up to is going to be less than. Yeah. That's all I can think about. There's tons more, obviously, but you can add on to this as you go along. These are some of the most common ones. We got at least, fewer than. That is not going to have an equal sign, so that's going to be less than. We have up to, and when we say up to, that's including whatever number we're talking about. So that's going to be less than, equal to. Yeah, that's it. We'll leave with those things. Okay, if you need to pause the video and catch up, please do so. Okay, so now I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry, I had to take a break, and now I lost my train of thought. All right, so we're comparing numbers. Easiest way to do it would be on a number line, but like I said before, some of you can do it just in your head. So let's say I've got -3 and -2. Okay, so I want to find out which one's bigger. So I'm going to draw a number line, just for those of you who need to use it. And we have -2 and -3. And I remembered that the closer a number is to 0, negative number is to 0, then the bigger it is. So my alligator here is going to eat -2. All right, graphing. You're going to come across a time where you need to graph an inequality. Okay, so let's write that. Graph an inequality. An inequality means not equal. Okay, so I have, let's use that example from above. Okay, I have -3 is less than -2. And I'm going to draw a number line. Oh, sorry, that's -1. All right, so -3 is less than -2. All right, so there's 3 ways of, or actually just 2 ways of doing the graphing. Okay, so if I was to ask you to graph that inequality, I could either do a closed dot and arrow. Okay, that would mean it is either, well, in this case, it would mean it's greater than. If I do the arrow the opposite way, then that is less than. Scratch that. Sorry, these are less than equal to. The closed dot includes the number. Now, if I have an open dot, this is greater than or less than. An open dot does not include the number. Let me explain what that means. Okay, so I have a situation. Where I've got -3 and -2, and I know that -3 is less than -2. So the way I'm going to graph this inequality is, I know that it's not equal to, so that means it's going to be an open dot. So an open dot is going to go on to 3, and since it is less than -2, obviously everything above that is going to be bigger than -3. So that's how you would draw that. Let's do something a little bit more understandable. You're going to be working with variables, which are letters that stand in for numbers. And let's say I had x is less than or equal to 5. And I want you to graph that. Obviously, we don't know what x is. So x is going to be any number that is less than or equal to 5 in this case. So this is pretty much any number less than or equal to 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, so on and so forth. All right, so this equal to sign tells me that I need a closed dot. So I'm going to go a closed dot on 5. And it says x is less than. So in order to go less than, I'm going to go to my left. Just going to draw a dark line like that with an arrow, and that's how I know how to graph that one. Let's see. How about x is greater than -4? Okay, so I have x is greater than, x is greater than -4. Let's just do my number line. All right, so I don't have an equal sign here, so it's going to be my open dot. So my open dot is going to go on -4, because -4 is not included into that. And it says it's greater than. So draw my black line with this arrow, because that goes on forever. X could be any number that makes the expression true. not try, true. Okay, so for instance, for x is less than or equal to 5, x could be 4, could be 3. Oops, sorry, I went too far. X could be -1, okay, because all of those numbers are less than or equal to 5. So x could also be 5. On this other one, x is greater than -4. X is going to have to be any number that's bigger than -4. So that'd be -3, -2, +3. Okay, all of those numbers could be x, and that's why we have the open dot and the closed dot, so that we know whether or not that number is included into the values for x. I think that's about sums it up. There will be practice problems, and I'll put another video up, even though it's a little bit higher than your level, but I think you can rise to the challenge. Do the practice problems, ask for help if you need it, and have a good night, day, morning, whenever you're watching this.